Back in '04, I come across this boat for next to nothing. I think it was 50 bucks. And I decided I wanted a trailer for it. So I found a trailer that was wrecked, but it had a title. And I bought the carcass of the trailer just so I could have a title for a trailer. And then took a whole bunch of parts, including this here. I built that out of just some scrap I had and put a new winch on it. I put a new hitch on it. And '04, that was a new hitch, by the way. New fenders. The carpeted boards that the boat rides on, I put 4 of them across there. Had to weld cross members in. I took the axle off another trailer. I welded brackets on there for the tail lights. And on the boat, I had to rebuild the transom. The wood was new. I had to put that in. The inside metal and the outside metal were new. I had to rebuild the whole transom. And then I had to go get a new hull identification number, because this was basically scrap that I rebuilt and turned into a usable boat. And then in '06, I sold this to a friend of mine for 500 bucks. Boat and trailer with a title and a registration and all that. And about 2 minutes after I sold it, I regretted it, because I haven't had a boat since then. Oh yeah, I put these seats on, and this was a spiffy boat when I had it all done. It's a 12-foot John boat. And I had a trolling motor up front here that I could operate from the back. And I miss this old boat. I sure did. And about twice a year, ever since I sold it to him, I've asked him to sell it back to me. And day before yesterday, Bobby was over. And I asked him again. I said, "Bobby, when are you going to sell me that boat?" And this time, instead of saying, "Nah, I like that boat. I don't want to get rid of it," this time he said, "Brad, I'll tell you what, I don't use that boat very often. And I got another boat, a big old bass boat with casting decks." He said, "You can have that boat. I'll just give it to you." And before his lips shut, before the words finished coming out of his mouth, I was down there in his yard picking this boat up. And I'll tell you, I can count on one hand how many times anybody's ever given me anything, but I sure do appreciate it. Gonna take a lot of work. I got to rebuild the transom again. The wiring's all messed up for the lights. No problem. I can rewire all the lights. These are the original tires. This one's holding air, and this one held enough air long enough to get on my street. So I'll have to figure that out. Pull the hubs off, check all the wheel bearings, repack them. It's got bearing buddies on it, but I guarantee you this thing ain't been greased since '06. So sorry, the sun's on the camera. So I'm gonna get this around the back, get all this junk out of it, hit it with a pressure washer when it warms up a little bit, and see just what I got. And then I'll have it off the trailer. I can see what I need to do to the trailer. So this is my next little project. Oh, and then I got to figure out how to get the paperwork straightened out. I gave him to sign the title and all that and gave it to him, and he can't find the title, and he never did put it in his name. So I'm probably just going to have to go down to the motor vehicle department and file for a lost title for the trailer, and tell him I lost the registration and all that. We'll see what happens. I'll just go from there. Alrighty, let's get this around back in my shop. Well, that's a start. My goodness. This thing's only moved once or twice since '06. and that's the accumulation. I'm pretty sure the seats are no good. I think I'm just going to take seats off and not have any seats in there. And since I am a big fella, I'm probably just going to have to sit in the middle seat, because I have experienced, when I sit in the back, severe, what part of the boat is that? Oh, the front of the boat comes up out of the water when I sit in the back. So what I'll probably do is sit in the middle and either rig me up a trolling motor on the back of this or the front of this with a foot control. And anyway, this is a start. I'm going to get the garden hose out. First, I'm going to pick all this junk up, because there might be fish hooks and all that stuff in there, and I don't want my dogs to get hung up in it, and they will go poking around as soon as I leave this. And I'm going to clean this up, get the garden hose out, rinse it out, and I think I'm going to work on the trailer first. I'll leave this upside down out here and put the trailer in my shop and get that squared away, and then I'll put the boat up on some sawhorses and go to rebuilding that transom, and in the meantime I'll be able to check out the boards on the boat, see if they're rotted. Alright, you get to go on the maiden voyage with me when I put it on the bayou, and if you come up with any fancy names, just let me know. I'll paint it on the back. See ya. I'm going to go ahead and put this up, because I got a lot of work to do before I get to a place where I can actually show it to you and you'll see some progress. So let's do that. I'll take a little survey. If y'all can come up, or anybody, come up with a catchy little short name. You know, it's a small boat, so it's got to be sort of a short name to put on the back of the boat. I'm thinking something like, got bacon, or get her done, ... later. Something funny, something catchy, and something short. And if you like the name somebody's come up with, just reply +1 or something like that, and whichever name has the most votes or thumbs up or whatever, or comments, that's the name I'll put on the back of it. And my first trip in the water, I'll set my tripod up in the boat and put the camera on there, and I'll show you Dorcheat Bayou. Thanks for watching, and I'll probably put another video up in a few days about this boat, because it's going to take me that long to get it cleaned up and redo everything. So I'll see you then on the boat. In the meantime, if I don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a good Thanksgiving.